Well, looking at the market in positive territory today, up 0.4%. Talk us through the market performance and which were the major drivers?
The market has continued on an upward trend. We are still in a season of earnings reports for the third quarter. So mainly the banking sector coming out strongly. Yeah.
Well, looking at some earnings, we had Family Bank posting a 20% increase in profit after tax for the 9 months ending September. We had interest income up about 77.95%. Are the results in line with your expectations? We have seen some other banks also producing these kind of numbers.
Yeah, throughout the year we've had a situation whereby interest rates have been rising from a high of 21%. We've seen the monetary policy, the MPC rates been rising, been coming down. Inflation has also been coming down. So and there's normally a lag between the adjustment for interest on deposits and interest interest on loans. So that lag as well has helped the banking sector this year.
And looking at Family Bank, it's currently in the market seeking funds for expansion through a rights issue. We know that that bank is looking for about 1.2 billion shillings through that rights issue right now. And what kind of performance are we seeing on this rights issue right now?
Actually, in my opinion, I expect an oversubscription. Family Bank has been in the over-the-counter market for quite a bit of time now, and in that we have seen some capital gains. So, and then the banking sector in Kenya is fundamentally a strong sector. If you remember in the cash calls that have happened this year for the banking sector, we've had an oversubscription, and I expect the same for Family Bank.
Lots of oversubscriptions there. Looking at Kenyan, the CEO is stepping down in January. He's been at the helm for about 10 years, but stepping down 2 years before his term ends. What do you make of the CEO, and perhaps has a successor been appointed?
I know for sure the successor has not been appointed since the announcement came in yesterday. But then these are years where the NSC has seen quite a high turnover of CEOs. So Kenyan actually to me came as a surprise. I expected him to finish, but maybe he just decided to finish on a high.
And looking at KCB also appointing a CEO, Joshua Oigara. I don't know if you know much about the man. Do you think he's the right man for the job?
I leave that to the experts, but then again, the appointment of the new CEO will bring to an end a period of uncertainty, where investors were actually starting to get worried. Who's going to take over? Will there be enough time for a handover? I just hope there still will be.
All right, and if we look at the economy, we have the Treasury forecasting a 5.1% growth for year-end. Do you think that the economy is on track to produce numbers like 5.1%? And which sectors have proven to be quite resilient this year?
We have the construction sector showing some, which has been on an upward trend. Agricultural sector has also been on an upward trend. If the current macroeconomic factors remain at the same rate, then of course we expect the forecasted growth to be realized.
And Crispus, you spoke a lot on the banking sector, saying you're finding a lot of value within the banking sector. We did have results coming out of the agricultural sector from Williamson's Tea and Kapchurua not performing quite well. Which other sectors are you perhaps looking at right now for value?
I would look at KPLC, and then also remember there's a UAP rights issue that is there's a UAP cash call that is closing in quite a few. That would also I would also look at that for value, because I think there's still an opportunity over there.
And if you look at the Kenyan shilling falling back in today's trading session, well, weakening against the dollar, down about 0.25 if I'm not mistaken, sitting at 85.95. What's your long-term outlook for the Kenyan shilling?
I still expect it to remain at the 86 levels. Remember, this end month we are going to have quite a tipsy-turvy sort of outlook for the Kenyan shilling, but 84, I mean, at levels of 85, 86, I think that's where we expect to be in the coming few.